The Urban Battleground Fractal was quite a roadblock for tier 1, 2 and 3. But hard ground makes for stronger roots, and so every time I learned something new to help me in the next tier. Which brings me to this run. At the very start we're fighting a lot of stinky humans, most of them spawn infinitely. However, there is a group of monks just before Dulfy, which are mortal. However, being monks, they are also quite a pain to get rid of. They heal each other, they buff each other, and they do quite a lot of damage after being buffed. I used to do the tactic of isolating one and then gunning them down. However, why fight them? Why not just find another way? I've jumped up and down the wall a few times and found this spot. Near Dulfy you can jump up and barrage down all the siege that is hitting you. For some reason the burning oil reaches up on the wall, so be careful of that. The barrage can't be obstructed, so you get a barrage off and then back off and then get back in again. All the arrow cards and burning oils are non-respawnable. After getting rid of the siege, you can jump to where the burning oil was to get to the other side of the wall, and there you can find a spot where you can't be knocked off the wall anymore, and have a perfect shot of Dulfy, and be out of reach of the monks. I should have gotten rid of the arrow card on the right side of this wall, because in combination with Afflicted it dealt a lot of damage. Afflicted has no cooldown, so every hit, even from all the arrow cards, just stacks up conditions. There's also Boon Overload, which I didn't really play into, and the loss of health could be considered a detriment. There's also Outflanked, but honestly, the enemies hit so hard that the downside isn't really a downside anymore. It's just there. we can jump on the wall, why not the buildings? I used to joke around that some mystical speedrunners would jump across the roofs to get to the end, which doesn't seem so far-fetched anymore after I found this route. Jumping isn't easy, as I fall down a few times, but I get there in the end. This run could have been a lot faster if I wasn't so stubborn in using this route. It might have been just faster to do the normal route, but this one is more fun. I'm especially proud on figuring out to jump on the street lamp to get on top of the roof. After the inner gate is down, there will be a checkpoint, so that removes any need for rooftop shenanigans. For the courtyard, you can just slowly pull all the enemies and take them out far away from the others. Same with the siege. And once you capture the courtyard, it's just a matter of surviving and taking the aggro away from the shaman. And at the end of the siege, it's time for our good friend the captain. The captain has quite a few tricks up its sleeve, but with a few handy tips you can play around most of them. if not all. He starts in his sword and shield mode. We are long range, that will come in handy later, so our char buddies will tank it for us. If anything, be it your char buddies, a pet, or you, is within 900 of him, or 600, not sure, but take 900 for good measure, he will spawn a squire. The squire will give itself and the captain retaliation. It's 400-500 retaliation, however, if you just run far away and back, it doesn't do anything anymore. It just sits on the bar of the captain. If a new squire is spawned, it will still deal the retaliation until you run far enough, but just one enemy with retaliation should be survivable. At 75% and lower, the captain will swap to staff mode. The captain will focus on one person. Staff mode has a few attacks. The first one is a flame wall. If the person is within 900, he will drop a flame wall underneath them. Standing in it for 1 second, not too bad. Standing in it for a long time, really bad. So you can just do a sidestep and you're out of it. He also has an agony attack, wherein he will channel 3 giant flame rings that expand in size. Or flame surges, or explosions, whatever you call it. And if you're within 900, or maybe 600, take 900 for a good measure, you will get agony. And if you get agony, it's game over. And he has a meteor shower. The meteors hit hard and are very random. So it could happen that you get 3 in a row on your head and you're dead. Or even 2 if you're on a squishy class. The meteor shower he will do on the target if they are within 1200 range. You can see a pattern here. The 2 annoying attacks, the flame wall and the agony, are within 900 range. You, your pet, or a party member, or any of the char. And if you are between 900 and 1200, he will only do the meteor shower. So there's a golden zone to stay in. If you're over 1200, there's a small window, so 1250 maybe. Then he will move towards you, or run away and come back. It's important that you don't let him get too close, or he might surprise you with an agony attack. Or too far away, that he will do some weird movement and maybe even reset. So it's paramount to stay within 900 and 1200 range of him. Even more so, because below 25%, if anything or anyone comes close to him, he will go into his fiery greatsword mode. His damage shoots up, his attacks are deadlier and faster, and you won't have a good time. However, we are staying in the golden range of between 900 and 1200. And if we keep that way, and our pet keeps that way, then we're good. He doesn't transform and he just stays in the staff mode. The only thing we have to do is dodge meteor showers. Unlike the previous tier, he targeted my spider, and my devourer didn't want to stay in 900 range, so I let my pets die and stay with me. I could probably risk it, but I'd rather just finish it without getting destroyed by Fiery Greatsword. You live and you learn, and this is the result. See you in the next one.